Alex and his parents move from Ukraine to Canada. They cannot afford property in a big city and end up in London, Ontario, a Canadian backwater. Yet even there, they live paycheck to paycheck. His mother works tirelessly as an accountant in a bank, while his father fails to integrate into society in a foreign country and make close friends. Alex also struggles socially, and his only friend becomes his mother's computer. From games and other entertainment, he quickly moves on to programming and studying the banking system. His idols become people like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. He dreams, like them, of changing the world for the better. And still a schoolboy, he finds ways to earn money online without leaving home. The job is boring, but not hard. I got $20 for every 1,000 clicks. But that wasn't enough to really influence anything or save for higher education, which in Canada is very expensive. And his parents are still unhappy and continue to quarrel because of the difficult living conditions. One day, Alex hears on TV news about a hacker attack on the stock markets, organized by Mr. Z and his organization Dark Web. Z sends his message, which is broadcast on all the world's news channels.
We accept the fight, and we will win. This is only the beginning.
Returning home, the boy finds his mother in tears. She has been laid off from her job at the bank, and now the family faces eviction. They have no savings to continue paying the mortgage for their house. Without hesitation, Alex gives his mother all the money he saved for college with his side jobs. It will last for a couple of months. The boy harbors anger against the employer who treated his mother this way. Meanwhile, the time for college admission is approaching. Money for the semester is needed urgently. And then Alex remembers the dark web. Gaining access is not so easy, and his first task is to steal a credit card number. To do this, Alex creates a fake online store, and a bully from his school falls for the trick, leaving his data for a purchase. This way, the boy manages to get his profile's first access level, Soldier. With it, Alex begins reselling items. Why, in the dark web, things can be bought much cheaper than in stores. He doesn't think too much about that. He buys and then posts ads for selling laptops, jewelry, watches, phones. All this brings in a decent income, and in just a month, the boy earns more than in 4 years. Having saved the necessary sum, he moves to Toronto, where expenses grow, and so must his earnings. Moreover, now he supports his parents as well. Alex takes a step further and already uses fake documents to sell more expensive things. He has to be more careful because in the big city, the police are more actively monitoring the black market. But in the shops where such goods are bought, nobody knows him, and Alex is quickly turned away. A stranger notices his troubles and approaches with an offer to sell his goods for a percentage of the deal. It's foolish to trust a stranger who follows you on the street, but Alex doesn't want to leave without money. So he takes the risk, and Cy doesn't fail him. Money in his pocket, and their partnership promises to be profitable. The cunning and sociable man has many useful connections, and he and Alex begin working together, selling more and more goods. Cy teaches him how to behave with members of the black market, including police officers, whose favor often means a lot. For them, he makes special offers. Who did you rob? Nobody, Tommy. Met a guy from a firm. He gave me a good price. Z commits another attack on banking systems, releasing a statement. In it, he compares bankers who sell people predatory loans to drug dealers and criminals. These words impress Alex because his parents, too, have been tied to a mortgage all their lives, and partly for them, he commits his risky deeds. The boy decides to finally give up studying at the university and takes on a Robin Hood-style mission, carrying out attacks on morally corrupt rich people with Cy's connections. They get hold of an unlimited credit card from one of them, and with fake passports and disguises, withdraw a large sum from his bank account. Despite the audacity of the plan, their actions go unpunished. While Cy spends time in nightclubs, Alex is troubled by injustice and social inequality. He decides to attack the very bank that fired his mother. On the appointed day, he visits a branch posing as a loan applicant and secretly inserts a flash drive into an employee's computer. The computer starts to glitch, and Alex prepares to leave. But this time, things don't go so smoothly. I'm sorry. Damn, please, come with us. His plan is uncovered, and the bank's head of security threatens Alex with the police and a long prison sentence if he doesn't reveal where he got the virus flash drive. Unwilling to expose the dark web, the hacker proposes a deal in return. Unwilling to expose the dark web, the hacker proposes a deal in return. It's unlikely you want to advertise that an 18-year-old boy can easily steal all your information. He eliminates system vulnerabilities, and the bank can present the whole story as an internal security check without losing reputation with clients. For the work done, the bank drops all charges against Alex. It works, and moreover, in the dark web, Alex becomes famous, for he really managed to bypass a very complex security system. Even Mr. Z himself notes it. A few days later, Alex receives a message from a female hacker in the dark web. Sai wants to help his friend's love life and sets Kira up on a date with him. She doesn't tell anything about herself, only listens to the boy's stories.
See? You're an idiot.
What? What?
I know your name, city, and date of birth.
The girl turns out to be more experienced in hacking and knows how important it is to maintain anonymity. They discuss Mr. Z, and Alex gets fired up with the idea of meeting him. Kira joins the guys to take on more ambitious projects. More and more fake passports and credit cards, expensive goods, and wealthy buyers. After some time, Sai begins to question the girl's connections. She earned too easily and too much on deals and her contacts, and he trusts the new team member less and less. Maybe she's a plant. One day, Kira suggests Alex leave Sai in Toronto and go with her to Hong Kong, where there are many more opportunities to earn. Alex arranges a personal meeting with Roosevelt, the man who gave him his first job in the dark web. The boy thanks him and asks about Kira, but Roosevelt has never heard of her, which is very suspicious. The relationship between Sai and Kira worsens. He dislikes the girl's risky style, who wants to increase sales volume and chooses unverified buyers. They arrive at a base with a whole truckload of goods, but Kira and Sai start arguing right during negotiations. The buyers also get nervous and pull out weapons.
First, let's finish the
No
deal.
deals with this crazy
What's
chick.
the problem?
Say and Kira apologize to each other for their temper, and the girl reveals she tried to sell goods to gangsters, and they don't like their time wasted. Fearing for business safety in Toronto, the trio moves to Hong Kong. Alex hoped that after the move things would change, but they don't. Relations remain strained, and although there's now plenty of money, he lacks meaning in life and a project with a bigger goal. Moreover, the team starts to lose vigilance. And sometimes Alex forgets to check credit cards before visiting stores. In such cases, when attempting payment, the bank immediately alerts sellers about fraud, and the trio increasingly has to flee crime scenes. Sai now couldn't care less about attempts to change the world, unlike about parties and women. On his birthday, he starts a fight in a club, after which the friends are arrested. Afterwards, he tries to make amends, recklessly withdrawing money from the unlimited card once stolen in Toronto. This becomes the last straw for Alex.
Подозреваешь Киру во всех грехах, бухаешь, а теперь еще юзаешь карту, которую я запретил тебе трогать. Что за дела, Сай?
He loses patience and breaks off relations with his friend. He continues working with Kira alone, withdrawing cash at ATMs and leaving dark web calling cards at crime scenes. Stealing more than $2.5 million this way, they manage to hit international news. After this, the couple should move again to cover their tracks. Moreover, Kira suggests quitting, because this money will last them a long time. But Alex cannot stop. He wants to keep taking revenge on bankers and corporations. The girl has other plans, and she kisses him right during his fiery speech about retribution, when suddenly they are interrupted by a message from Z himself. He praises Alex and grants him the highest status in the dark web, and the boy uses this chance to arrange a personal meeting with the boss. Immediately, a call comes from a hidden number, and together with Kira, they go to meet a man in a wheelchair whose body is covered with scars. He warns, agreeing to work for him means becoming his property. There is no room for mistakes. If you make a mistake, you will die. And not only you, but all your loved ones will also be in danger. After the meeting, Alex gets a call from Sai, who wants to work with partners again and promises to change. He waits for Alex and Kira in their hotel room, but doesn't live to see them. He is tracked down by Colombians whose card Sai recently used to withdraw money. Returning home, the partners find their friend murdered, and Kira stops a shocked Alex, who tries to call the police and ambulance. Once again, it's time to hide, and the next stop is New York. There, the partners continue working on projects for Z. They upload to the internet news and footage of the murder of a senator responsible for stock market bills. This crashes the stock market, allowing Z to buy shares at low prices. I don't understand. Do I look like a dead man while talking to you? Since the murder turns out to be fake, the market goes back up, letting Z make huge profits. Z generously pays for the work, but on the way home, Alex and Kira are kidnapped by masked men. The boy wakes up alone and cannot reach either his girlfriend or the boss. He goes to Bangkok, where they agreed to meet Kira if something went wrong. Not finding her at the meeting point, he remembers his parents and calls his mother, promising to come in 2 days. Alex enters an internet cafe where he finds the dark web blocked. In the news, they report that Z has been arrested and his right hand Kira killed during the arrest. Meanwhile, the card he used to pay for the session is blocked, and the cashier receives a call from the bank. Alex cannot believe the girl's death, but has no time to find out if she left clues that she's alive. The police arrive and arrest him. The boy is charged with fraud and sent to serve time in a Thai prison. He ends up completely cut off from the outside world. Uncertainty and loneliness drive him mad. Stuck in a cage, Alex begins to reflect on life. He reads a lot and gradually changes his views and priorities. I suddenly realized that I am only 21, and I have already caused so much pain to people. He is saved by thoughts of his mother, who is waiting for him. After 2 years, the boy is released, never revealed to have been imprisoned under a false name. On release, he meets Kira alive and well. Once she herself was imprisoned and there made a deal with the police. After that, the girl worked undercover and used Alex to get to Z. But she began to feel real affection for the boy and truly wanted to run away with him from both the authorities and Z. However, the law enforcement got ahead, who separated them and kidnapped Alex. Kira gives Alex his real passport so that at the border there will be no questions about his criminal record. The hacker gets a second chance to live life as an honest man.
А Кира, ну... Я так рад, что она жива.